Hi there. This is a response video to Illuminetta. Interesting vlog, Toni. And you know something, you hit it right on the head. It is a diary. And I have a friend that had mentioned something about the diary. And I think one of the reasons why a lot of people want to keep diaries is in case they pass. And they want to leave something behind to show people who they were. And I share the same feeling because I do the same thing myself. Only I believe in a hereafter. So it's not like it's ever lost. Some of you guys know the experience that I've had and what I really believe is going on, you know, as far as spirituality goes. But it's interesting that a lot of people want to be remembered, and I think that's really mainly why we all vlog. I find it very interesting to hear people's stories. I like to hear stories. I love to tell stories about my past because I really do believe that there's a significance to it. And if you were to compare what happens to other people in their lives, you would see some similarities in your own. That I know. And I find interesting how people go about responding to that, and how they value that, if it's joy or if it was sadness. And those are the things that most of my life there was disappointments. There were disappointments. Mainly because we usually anticipate some gratification in our expectations. And that's very true. I mean, you see it all the time. I could tell you a story. When I was a kid, I was involved with a religious organization that did not allow you to celebrate Christmas or birthdays. And although I was never an ordained minister, we did practice some of the beliefs. So I was like sort of like in the middle of the road. But interesting thing was, I was supposed to, it was my birthday, and my mother told me in the morning that I wasn't going to have a birthday party, and I felt very bad about that. So what I did is that I went from door to door on the block. And the block that I lived on, we had at least somewhere close to 100 kids. But I managed to get to 20, at least about 25, probably about 40 doors, but not every kid could make it to my party. So this was a so-called party that I had, and my mother had to run out and buy a cake, and kids were coming with probably re-gifted presents and stuff like that, and my mother was embarrassed that I had done this. It was like a really underhanded thing, but I felt like, you know, I was gonna get my party, you know. And the sad thing was is that the kids went out in the backyard and trampled all over my mother's flowers. My mother used to grow zinnias, and because in school you'd buy these seeds, and my mother used to contribute to the class, you know, because the money for the seeds went to the classroom projects. And so my mother would buy something like $5 worth of seeds. Back then, $5 was a lot of money, because you're talking about 50, 58, 57, something like that. I mean, I think a paycheck would probably be, the average paycheck was about $100, $125, something like that, and that was good. But anyway, I felt really bad because the kids were trampling all over her flowers, and it was just terrible. And I learned a lesson from that, you know. And I says, I'll never do that again, and I never did. So, you know, that's the good thing about me. I promise myself something isn't going to happen, and it usually doesn't. Not with every single thing now, but with majority of the stuff. Probably 90% of the things that I promise myself I won't do, I won't do. So anyway, I know I drifted off of this. It's my frame of mind. I always do this. I took this focus factor. I was hoping that it was going to do something, and sometimes that stuff kind of backfires because it makes you think, makes you dwell too much. But anyway, that's my vlog. It's true, it is a diary. I never thought I'd live past 50, to be quite honest with you. I couldn't conceive when I was in my 30s living past 50. In fact, year 2000 for me was probably the cutoff year. I didn't see beyond that. So I'm shocked that I'm approaching 60. So I don't know what to tell you. Anyway, I love vlogging, and for those of you that see this video, thank you very much for viewing, and I'll catch you guys later. I'm going to put this up, maybe a little bit of music or something like that, but obviously nothing in the green screen. I don't have all the lights on. I can't vlog with all these lights on. Anyway, I love you guys. You take care. Bye-bye.